discovered Eleanor Collins when I was working on a preservation project for the CBC Vancouver Archives. And it was amazing. And here's this beautiful woman with a fantastic voice. And I was just amazed.
High-heeled shoes, holding a book.
We know the names of that first lineup of performers. We know them by their first names, like Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Lena Horne. And I think we in this country, Canada, need to know Eleanor Collins because she is in that first lineup.
With nothing more to...
Ever since I first met her in 2009, I cannot believe that every Canadian hasn't heard of Eleanor Collins. That's how well known she should be in our country. She should be a national icon.
Twice I've had her as a special guest for my annual State on Freedom Black History Month concert here in Vancouver. And each time she was standing ovation, people with tears flowing as she delivered her songs. So the first time was she decided to sing "It's Not Easy Being Green," you know, the song from the Muppets, but in a Black History Month concert. I mean, who'd have thought of that?
She came out on stage and sang, looking out at the audience, and my God, there's like big burly men crying in their beards. I mean, I tell you, there was not a dry eye in the whole place. A packed audience, and they were just like loving it.
When a warm-hearted woman loves a cold...
You know, she wasn't afraid to put herself out there as a performer and as a band singer, as a radio singer, TV personality, theatrical singer with her work with Theatre Under the Stars, and also in church singing because she had that background in gospel music as well, that she was so versatile and embodied so many different genres and styles of music that all came out as 100% Eleanor Collins.
In love with a cold-hearted man.
An old columnist in the Vancouver Sun once said about Eleanor that she could start fires by rubbing two notes together.
She always conveyed a sense, a belief in the good of people. So when I listen to her to this day, that warmth and that belief in people is palpable. It really comes across. And that you don't get with most performers. Performers are performing. She was communicating.
I mean, there's a lot of singers who have beautiful voices, but they don't necessarily connect with the music in the way that somebody, say, like Billie Holiday, they have a special connection with the music. And I think Eleanor's one of those people.
For her to have her own television show, the Eleanor Show, named for her, is a remarkable and phenomenal act. And so that alone, I think, is again another moment of singularity for her. And it defied the stereotypes.
Willow, weep for me.
She just has the chops, be it on a nightclub, radio. I've seen some photos of her doing concerts at a shipyard during the Second World War. It's absolutely stunning to me, the range of this woman, this singer, and the way she broke so many boundaries. It's absolutely deserved, perhaps long overdue.
Yes, may all your stars be weathered, and what is good get just better. Come on.
Eleanor is a pioneer in more ways than one. If you talk to her about her family history, you know that they were free people who came up from the United States and came to Canada to homestead land that was being offered. So she comes from pioneers, people who launch out into the unknown and face it with courage and all their strength.
Chasing dreams and placing bets
When the Collins family moved from Alberta to British Columbia, the white neighborhood they moved into raised a petition to prevent this Black family from moving in. But she decided she wanted to help the neighbors understand who they were as people. She volunteered at the local school, taught music, and began to break down the many barriers.
I'm hungry still to see what's down another road.
Eleanor Collins, you never cease to amaze us with your quality and success. You work so hard to earn. You are such an inspiration. God has truly gifted you with many talents, and we know He is pleased with the way you have chosen to use them. You have worked hard for this moment, and we couldn't be more proud of you.
I feel that it has been a great honor in my life to have known you, have shared the stage with you, and to have had the opportunity to learn from one of the best.
Funny how the time just flies.
I'm so glad that Canada Post is recognizing you in this way. It is so richly deserved.
As long as I'm still in the game, I want to play for laughs, for life, for love. So, here's to life.
How do I feel? I feel wonderful and honored. You know, at 102 years old, one doesn't expect to even be remembered. But I am grateful. Now that's something that you can't take away. The honor's there, the excitement even is there. But to really have someone affirm your work and life on a postage stamp, ooh, that is something. There's only one word for that, and that is surreal. But I'm very grateful for many things. Well, grateful to be alive in this new age. And then grateful for the quality of life that somehow I have been able to maintain. And then there's the lovely acknowledgments that I am very grateful for. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who have been a part of this very long journey of mine. Thank you.